Yeah. Let's go. We just gotta go hard. I go the hardest. I bring the pain. Just let the man breathe and just hush so my mind could just see, so my mind don't erupt. At times I feel I can't get enough, but I sip a double cup and I spin a couple bucks. Sending out some love to my blood, to my girl, to my buds, to the homie up above.
He dedicates 8 hours a day role-playing as a toddler.
I'm in baby mode on and off all day.
And Jess's daddy is caring for her.
I'm 20, but not really, because I'm 5.
Adopted mommy and daddy who are totally comfortable with me being a little girl.
I identify as an 8-year-old girl called Denise. Therefore, I am an 8-year-old girl.
Okay, Andres. First question. Which part of that is your favorite part? Worst opening ever. Okay. Thank you that. I appreciate that, Andres. After 5 months of friendship, I appreciate you. Now you got me crying inside and shit and everything and whatnot. Come on, bro. What's up, dude? You know, 5 months of genuine friendship and collaboration and whatnot. Look at that. I'm sure how I'm treated folks. You know what I'm saying?
No.
You know what I mean? I'm just fucking around. I'm playing. Andres, no, seriously, what is your favorite part of that? I love the fucking chick that says, what did she say? I'm 20, but she's like stoned. She sounds like she's stoned. She's like, I'm 20, but I'm really 5. I'm like, I swear to God, every time she says that shit, I cannot help it. Inside, I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, seriously?
I don't have to say.
And that dude that's sitting with her, dude, like, what are you thinking, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously? That's your chick? Come on now. Jesus Christ. Folks, I'm telling you. I'm not sure, you know, what's more powerful. The finale of Dead City. You know, the reverse magnetism of Andres being afraid to call Kendra. Or fucking, you know, or trying to figure out Andre's time-skipping Kang the Conqueror fucking backstory deal or whatever, whatnot, that evolves over time and whatnot, everything as we go. Which is cool, though. I dig that, Andres. I like the evolution, right? Kind of like, what do you think, Andres? Kind of like, the evolution of fucking episode 6, the finale being better than episode 5, right? Of the fucking Walking Dead City.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
There you go. There you go. Folks, welcome, and thank you very much for joining us on our 6th episode, which I'm very happy about. I'm very proud. Even if we're late, I'm proud. 6 episodes of our first titled ever live stream show we ever had. That actually has a title. That's just going to have episodes. So actually, I've just thought about this. If we keep doing them, the episode numbers will continue going up and up. And before you know it, we could like reach like 1,000.
True.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Did you think about that shit?
That's the Bart Johnson.
Hey, when you're in the content game, baby, you're in it for life. What's up?
Yep.
Right. That's right.
So
well, go ahead. I'm sorry, Andres. Go ahead.
Yeah. So we have to tell the audience that you know that and then city renewed. Last week, a lot of people probably knows that it was Comic-Con. So we got a lot of news. So the Marvel's trailer came out last week. And so we got a couple of news for The Walking Dead.
And you can make fun of me too for fucking up for I haven't looked at it for probably fucking up the reaction we did. Go ahead, Andres. You can say something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, you can do a reaction now.
Yeah, right. It'll probably fuck it up. It'll probably be fucked up.
Yeah. Anyway, but really, I mean, it wasn't that bad. right? Like the transaction we did Friday.
I haven't watched it. I'm telling you, Andres. I swear, you know how I am sometimes, right? Like you know how I sometimes I told you I didn't unbox my bass guitar for like 6 days, right? It took my therapist telling me to do it. I just have this like it's not an apprehension. It's just this thing where like I have a hard time sometimes. Like I know it's there. I just don't like to rush. Does that make sense? I don't. You understand? You know that about me, right? I don't like to rush. So like I know it's there, right? I'm gonna get to it, kind of thing. But no, honestly, folks, I gotta tell you that I really like seriously happy. We knew that after episode 5 that they were gonna renew, the show for a second season. It already been. I think it'd been basically heavily rumored to the point of like confirmed at that point, and we already knew because episode 5 was almost just like a vehicle, right, to like let you know as a fan, right? Wasn't it, Andres, to like hey, hint hint, wink wink. There will be a second season here. You know what I'm saying? Like, right? You see where we're going with this, right? Here's this new character, the Doma, right? You know what I mean? Well, I mean, fuck, why would they bring her into the fucking end of the 5th episode if you're not going to have a second season?
Yeah. The was funny. The Arrow Edition, the other spin-off that we're going to get in September is also new. So they're confident.
You know what? I wonder if they'll have some of the same directors and writers on the Daryl Dixon stuff and the Rick and what do you call it, and Michonne. I wonder if they'll have some of the same writers and the same directors involved and intertwined into that, right? Or if they'll have completely separate production. Well, then again, you know what? They shot most of Dixon's show in France, so like of course at that point, I guarantee they probably had a whole other production, set up, right?
Yeah. Because different showrunner. I didn't know who was showrunning the show.
That's a good question. We talked about that. Remember, one of the episodes we talked about that for a minute. Remember, we batted that around. Like, who was making that? Who's actually like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. This trend is new. It's L. Norton, who did the City. She probably or he is new to this. Now there was this showrunner. Check.
I killed that on our thumbnail tonight, by the way.
Yes.
Did you see it?
Okay. Yeah. So the this run by David Sheppo, if I'm saying it right. He's a showrunner from both things, like ER. He did that. He worked on episodes on Jag, the show that NCIS is spin off from. He did a little bit of Star Trek Warrior, and then he did TV series. Nursery Street.
Look at these different producers. Scott Gimple, Kirkman, right? David Alpert, Galen Hurd, right? Brian Bachbreth, I don't know who that is. Lauren Cohen, Morgan, and then Eli Jorn, I believe you pronounce it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's Jorn because it has the that little slash above the E. Or Jordan.
Jordan is still, he's this showrunner of this show.
Skybound Entertainment, Valhalla Entertainment, Circle Confusion, AMC Studios. Okay.
Yeah.
The title obviously was I'm sorry, it was Doma Smo or Smo, whatever Smo was or whatever whatnot. Which there was explanation. Did you honestly? I didn't even know, Andres. You didn't say anything to me about it. I didn't see until earlier that there's like a 7th episode. That's just all about like I guess what like more of the like behind the scenes stuff, talking to the directors and stuff, talking about that seems interesting.
Yeah. I think that's like behind the scenes. Kind of look
Yeah, I just saw it. Yeah, it looks like it's the same length as usual as one of the episodes, whatever, whatnot. It's the 7th episode. I noticed it earlier, just real quick before I watched the episode.
I think they always do that.
They do?
With the map, yeah.
Really?
I was watching The Walking Dead. They always like.
I didn't know all that. No, I had no idea.
Yeah.
No, I had no idea.
It's tradition from Walking Dead franchise.
Oh, good. Well, I like that. That seems like a cool thing to carry over. Right?
Yeah. And I think MC does this with all their shows. Like HBO did this.
Oh yeah, no, no, that was one of the things, Andres. I think, remember I mentioned to you before about me and Cyber. Cyber and I could never agree during the Last of Us, right? I would want to play the director stuff and whatnot, in the episodes and whatnot, and everything, and he would be like, for what? You know what I mean? Whatnot? I'm just messing with you, Cyber. He never said anything like that and whatnot. He just was like, I don't really think it matters. Or whatnot, right? I thought there was a lot there. Like, you know what I mean? Like interjecting it into the episode reviews with the panel, right? And actually playing like 3 or 4 minutes of that, right? You know what I'm saying? Whatnot, or sometimes 5 minutes of it. I felt like right off the bat, or like in the middle, it sort of influences the panel a little bit during the review. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right? I like it. I think it's useful to add, and you don't get copyright crap from that either. I've never had a problem with it.
No, I don't think so. There's insights on what the creators are thinking about this episode, what the approach, the direction, and the actors' opinion on the performance in this episode. So it's all good to see that behind the scenes stuff. Yeah, and it's great also the movies. That's why I love this.
The audio seems to echo. Andre, you are quiet. That's what, like I was telling you earlier. Andrew, is that you? Tell me if Andre's audio sounds a little bit low. I don't hear that though.
But you can hear my body. I can hear my voice through your stuff.
Okay, hold on. Oh, you know what, man? Fuck, my bad. You know what it is, dude? This whole time, my microphone has been my freaking C922 ProStream webcam. My laptop. Here's my microphone. My bad. How's that, Andrew? There you go. TrueKnowledge, baby, in the house.
Yeah, that works now.
Mr. Professionality. There you go, baby. You know how I do it. There you go, Andres. I'm sorry about that, man. I made you echo. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted all the dope shit you said to echo through history.
Yeah.
That was good, right? You got to give me credit for that one. That was a fucking good comeback.
Oh, it's Andrew. Yeah, you got the playing the person in his Facebook group.
Andrew, what up, brah? What up, man? When are you gonna record? I missed you, brah. When are you gonna do a show with us, motherfucker? Have you even done a show with Andres? You old bastard, you son of a bitch. I'm just kidding. I love Andrew. Andrew's good people. What up, DC Marvel Plus Talk? I know who that be.
Okay,
I know that might be some guy that he's sort of like a time cop type, you know what I'm saying, person or whatever. Andre's the pop culture guy, I think. Oh yeah, I've heard of that guy.
So you want to get into this episode 6?
Yeah. I mean, no, basically, I mean, look, honestly, it's like basically the pace is better than episode 5, right? The story's better, right? You know, which it's a different writer, so you know, the title again is Doma Smo. It's directed by Ganja Monteiro. It's written by Eli again Jornay, right? He wrote the finale. So right, and essentially, I thought the music was good, right? You know what I'm saying, and whatnot, and everything, and like the background effects and whatnot. That the visuals were good. The walkers were in there. They brought the walkers in well. And we get the square off with fucking Maggie and Negan, right? And your theories confirmed, Andres, about Maggie being with the Croat and shit and all that. All your shit got validated, motherfucker. There you go. How about that, baby? You're the hero. Way to kill it, Andres. Way to call it.
Yeah, exactly. So look at this. You sound clear.
Oh shit, Andres, now you're in the quantum realm fucking dimension over here? Oh shit. Andrew called you out, man.
Yeah, sure. I'm fine. Here, hold on.
Oh, Andres, you've never even met Andrew before. Andrew's good ass people, man. Believe me, he ain't fucking with you. He's just trying to help out, that's all.
Yeah, the Maggie twist was very good. I mean, it was kind of out of it, but it went very well. And I think it helps because we see the conflict between her and Negan really well. You know, the dilemma of that she's tricking Negan to like give in and be headed into the car ride. So
Yeah, you know what? I mean, I'll be honest with you. I'm not that impressed by this series. I'm not.
no,
I'm not at all. I really not. I'm just not gonna bullshit at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, the finale was decent, but it was nothing great or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even understand. Like, I never saw anything in episode 5 where Pearl and fucking Negan like worked everything out. And like whatever. When did that happen?
yeah.
I don't understand. But yet you open the episode and like all of a sudden everything's square. Like,
Yeah. I mean, well, so what's your question? I'm a little confused.
well, no. Well, I mean, was like, was there a flashback in the beginning of the episode?
No.
There wasn't.
We
No.
were at the beginning where we left off in episode 5.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't remember Pearl and fucking Negan like making it up or whatever. Or I remember Pearl was still trying to fucking like arrest him and shit and whatnot. Right? I
We
mean,
didn't do that. We left the characters with the buzz where Pearl was kind of discussing his relationship with his brother. And that was like the last thing we saw those two together. And then the next shot was Negan seeing the flare, the flame in the sky. So that was it.
yeah, that was Jenny. That was Jenny.
Yeah, exactly. So that was all.
No, Jenny actually fucking spoke too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was some profound shit too. I'm telling you.
Yeah. So speaking so again, the marshal takes Jenny to where Maggie was at.
I didn't fucking know what was going on at that point, dude. I didn't know. What is that place even called? New Babylon. Okay, New Babylon.
Right,
I thought that was the hilltop, and they changed the name.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Please tell us.
I don't even know, man. Who even knows? I was lost. I told you I was lost several times. I didn't know what was going on at a couple different times.
Whatever. He's safe. She's in the community now.
I mean, the whole dialogue between fucking Negan and Maggie in the beginning before they square off, it really didn't do anything for me. Like to lead, like their actual like fight scene or whatever whatnot was decent, right? Yeah. Didn't she at least partially stab him at one point?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But I'd have to say overall that like Jeffrey D. Morgan is out acting fucking what's her name that plays Maggie? Lauren Cohen. Yeah, he's definitely out acting her. I'm sorry.
It's because Negan is like very multi-layered villain. You know, like we understand why he has to be a monster. And then,
well, you know what? You're right. That's that's not fair. That's not fair that I said that honestly because right, like Maggie chose. Laura Cohen chose to play Maggie in the series knowing that they were going to want contrast and have her like be different and whatnot, right? Anyone would know that, right? Going into something like this. Well, when you make a spin-off series, the whole point of a spin-off series is to change. Do you know what I'm saying? Whatnot, right? Like, if you maintain characters, is to change them, contrast them, put them in different places like Daryl in France, right? There you go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, what's great about this episode better than episode 5 was the character development.
Yes.
The characters. Negan, not Negan, I'm sorry, Maggie. Like, is still grieving over, her husband dying. And like,
Oh no, no. Negan had said some pretty solid shit. He had a couple of really good lines during the show. I know what you're talking about. You're talking about when, basically, look, it's they have such a simple concept of like the story is so simple. Like basically, I'm not even sure what the Crow is supposed to be at this point. To be honest with you, is he a middleman or some shit? Like, what the fuck is he? Is he trying to suck Negan's dick? What's the deal? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying. I don't really. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't want me to kill the girl, right? And I killed her anyway. But I'll never do it again. Okay, so what? I don't understand. Like, what the? Who gives a fuck? Seriously.
Yeah, I guess it's interesting because it gives the correct more layers. Like, okay, he understands now. He crossed the line, and he wants Negan to be part of this new group that is similar to survivors.
Yeah, no, it's always good when a character that's like all crazy and whacked out and psychotic and shit and whatnot still has like some desire to like have a friendship or something, you know what I mean, and whatnot, or like be a part of a team, you know what I mean, and whatnot, or like admire a person, you know what I'm saying, whatnot, right? Yet still be like extremely flawed and fucking evil. You feel me? Right? Yeah. So there you go. But no, honestly, no. Like I said, I think that this 6-episode series is a little bit discombobulated. I think that you tell me. Which characters from this series really stood out to the point where they lasted throughout the whole 6 episodes and you really give a shit about them, other than Negan and Maggie?
Yeah.
And maybe the Croat, and...
Yeah, Well, for me, I think it's the Marshall. Like, I think he was very interesting. And I can't think where we're going to take him, because when he went back to his community, the new bomb, the mayor, the lady that she was talking to was very interesting. Just the way. Thank you. I can.
I just hit the Apple cancellation. I think maybe that did that.
Yeah, I did that. Thank you.
No problem.
So anyway,
don't blame me.
Yeah, damn you, Rengar.
I'm serious.
Anyway, but yeah. So like, it was interesting about like the Marshall's like boss, how she wanted Negan to be like a displacement, for the community, what he done, and she was also weird when she was bringing up the family for the Marshalls, and like they. Let me see. What do you wrote? Okay,
Hold on.
Yeah, the lighting's really tough.
You know what? I hate when this happens, folks.
No, I can see the green.
Limits of technology sometimes.
No. Just do it again.
I got it. I got it.
No. What are you doing?
Right here.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's much better. So, okay. Korak has Negan ambulance. Okay, down here, some bitch wants to know what the
where the fucking methane is or whatever about the methane.
Methane.
That's how I read my outline sometimes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Well, not right. I just fucking put I just say crazy shit like that. Some bitch wants to know about the methane. I didn't know what the hell was going on in that conversation.
Yeah, it was weird. Like,
I know Pearl lied, right? To everybody about like he said he killed Negan, but he didn't. But then, like at the same time, though, like I wasn't even sure what the fuck they were even talking about.
Well, so like okay, so Pearl was just explaining what happened.
She didn't believe him. I understood that. Yeah.
Yeah, it seemed like it didn't happen. So she started to threaten him a little bit with the family and all that. So like she's gonna be a major, I think, player in the next season, right? Because we know now with the villain, the ladies that the car rider's working wants to destroy the new Babylon because she wants the whole community of the New Yorkers, right, Dead City, basically, to go up against them because they don't want the new Babylon to take over their resources, stuff like that. So it makes sense now, So I think it's a good way to introduce her and how she's also like a very calculated leader as well as that other lady in the Dead City. So that's why.
I'm looking for the episode. I'm looking for the episode list in terms of like who who was who.
Yeah. So let's see. So
Well, hey, so Ginny talked, right? And
yeah,
so Negan lied. Right? He didn't really kill her father. I don't think. I didn't get. Was he just lying basically to try to like keep her safe?
I don't know. I think it's true. I mean, we haven't seen the whole series. I don't know if this connected to the series or not, but like it seemed it happened, and I think that Ginny is kind of shocked about it, because it's like, okay, why do you did all this to to help her, and that whole drama thing situation. Um,
I think that Ginny is a totally unnecessary character.
yeah, I can see why. I mean, but at the same time, it's another aspect of Negan I like. It brings more like his vulnerability,
Why couldn't they found some other angle to humanize him or whatever and whatnot? And like, you know what I'm saying? Why did it have to be fucking like some mute girl called Ginny or whatever that just talks all of a sudden, right?
Yeah, who isn't mute?
Somehow, she somehow walks across the fucking desert and shit like fucking Boba Fett and shit and whatnot, right? Like all past all the walkers and whatnot, even though she can't even fight, right?
Fight
all the way to New York,
with different weapons.
She can't even fucking defend herself, but she walks all the way to New York somehow, fights Negan and shit, right? Now in the finale, she's talking. Like, what's that? You're gonna fly?
I don't know. It's Walking Dead.
I don't even know, man.
The
Walking Dead never had fucking stupid ass characters like that.
Oh no, they did. They did.
Oh, they did?
No.
Oh,
yeah. Like, I mean, there was a few of them. Yeah, you need to understand. There was like, because there were a few characters. Like, why do we care about these characters? I don't care about these characters. It's just, for me, I hope that we don't expand the cast too much. That was the situation with the original Walking Dead, that the cast got too big, and I just want to really focus on Negan and Maggie, as the main protagonists, and I'm fine with side characters, but just don't expand it too much in the next season, But we'll see. I mean, I will say I think the 6 episodes here really work. I think compared to other things. Like, if you look at the Disney Plus shows, like Secret Invasion, I'm sorry to bring that up, but like, if you're not going to renew your series, like, what's the point of trying to cram in so many things? I think Dead City did deserve to have the 6 episodes. I don't think it needed to have too many episodes if you're not going to, do too much. And I think the series did a good job of balancing like a lot of storylines and characters, and like the pacing was a little too weak. I agree with you, Jeff, but like they actually got back really strong in this episode.
I don't think the pacing was like a major flaw across the span of the whole series at all. That's not what I think.
Okay.
I just think that episode 5 was really, the pacing was really not good. And I felt like that I don't know. I didn't vibe that hard with how Maggie performed in the finale. I really didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really did not like. It felt awkward and unnatural to see her like holding that knife to Negan's throat, or whatever, whatnot, in Croat's ambulance and shit and all that crap.
Yeah.
The scenes with Herschel Jr., her and Herschel, like Herschel Jr. and her and everything and whatnot, they didn't do anything for me, really.
Oh, really? Okay. I think it worked because I think the kid was right about what was going on with Maggie. Like, look, Maggie wasn't.
Oh, yeah, her being consumed, yeah.
Yeah, like, I agree with the kid, and I think it makes sense what we saw in this episode. Like, Maggie still doesn't like Negan, and she didn't tell her about this, this deal that she did with the car wreck, and so I I feel like Maggie was really the villain of the series. You know, you think about it, like what she was doing here was really awful and just despicable. Like, look at what she did with the group that literally got killed because of what they got involved with this whole Negan Maggie thing that they should not be involved with, and they all got killed. You know, and like last episode, which we don't like, you saw how she was twisting the guy. Like, yes, the guy did betray, the group and them, but like at the same time, like Maggie just was pushing on that like thing while we didn't realize that she too was portraying them simultaneously. Like I feel like
if her whole deal was that she actually had to deal with the Croat and whatnot and all that shit and whatnot, why did she even have to involve that whole group anyway? Then with Tommaso and fucking what's her name, Maya, or was her name Maya or whatever?
Maya, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Why did she even have to involve those fucking people in anything? I don't understand.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get that. I mean,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry. Like, I don't. At that point, like, I'm wondering. Like, I don't really like what use were they to?
yeah, to them, yeah. Well, they got captured by them, and then they like Maggie kind of convinced them to help them, and then they discovered that one of them actually entered the stadium, and I was like, okay, so yeah.
It's nice to have all your notes from all the episode reviews and right and whatnot, so you can go back and you got all the shit written down.
Yeah, I got memory blank. Anyway, so yeah, so anyway, I mean, again, like I don't know, so but I mean, at least they got kills, right? They were awesome. The zombie kills were good. I mean, I didn't like them, like I didn't like the guy, so I was happy he got actually killed, but yeah, I mean,
Gaius Charles that played Pearly or whatever, Armstrong or whatever was good. He was.
Yeah, he was good.
The Croat was good, right? And I guess I mean, at the end there, right? Like basically, so like the Doma makes it sound like they need Negan to like fucking be a part of their shit or whatever. I thought, right? But then what? She gives them a box with like what? Herschel Jr.'s finger?
I think toe, I think, right? Like,
is that what it was?
I think, yeah, because it was a very quick shot. We saw like Herschel's feet, and so that was like that. It was Herschel toe, because in my notes it was like she has cut off Herschel toe. She threatens to go after him again if Negan doesn't comply. That's why. So that's the reason she gave him that, because if Negan betrays her and the her community and all that, it's she's gonna go after Maggie and Herschel again. So that's the deal.
Hey, no, I mean, hey, look, it was a decent episode. It flowed right, like it definitely it wasn't like disjointed. There weren't any like crazy lulls that were like terrible. Like I said, I mean, I guess I don't know. The Walker stuff was pretty solid.
Yeah.
Of course, I mean, it would make sense logically if they would want to like really try to be if anything, maybe sort of conservative with like how crazy they get with the Walkers and whatnot, and then when they use them, try to really be effective with it, try to be interesting with it or whatever and whatnot. You don't want to like play out the same tropes over and over again, right? I mean, seriously, no. So you got to get inventive. You know what I mean? At the same time, though, I think they could have done more with the Walkers in New York City. You know what I'm saying? Whatnot, right? Than they did. You know what I mean? Like, seriously, it's New York City, right? Like, I mean, you would expect like things to be different with the Walkers, right? And they didn't really go with that direction at all. They didn't delve into that really. The difference like that you would have. What the Walkers would be different depending on geography, right?
Yeah, that's true, right?
Because even as zombies, they would be affected by like their environments.
Yeah.
Right. So their patterns of like action and whatnot and everything and like what they would learn or whatever, because they do sort of learn, right?
Yeah.
It would be based off of their environments.
True. Yeah, I mean,
It's all no, seriously. Even like the zombies on Walking Dead, you can tell that they have some like functioning, right? They do.
Yeah. Well, and if I remember correctly, in the comics, they also made the zombies wear armor later in the series. Like we saw that a little bit. Like yeah, some of them were very like apocalypse, like metal apocalypse kind of gear that the
I
zombies
see
were wearing.
that. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so like, yeah, I think you're right. I actually am kind of surprised that they this part of the series didn't do that. But then at the same time, it's like what kind of environment you're gonna do with these walkers in New York?
I don't understand why they only did 6 episodes. I really don't get it. I mean, I don't understand. Like, don't get me wrong. I haven't been following AMC heavily for the last couple of years. I kind of like backed off from them a little bit, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was watching a couple of their series for a while and whatnot, and I just dropped off, right? I mean, I typically kind of like, just like how the show kind of rotates, right? At times we cycle, right? If you haven't noticed yet, you know what I mean? Like, things sort of cycle.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's the same thing with how I watch TV. I jump from stuff to stuff, you know what I mean, whatnot, for whatever. And I feel like basically that look,
same here.
Do you think that they're gonna try to interconnect any of these series at all?
Okay. They have done that, right? Like they have done this with the original with the Fear the Walking Dead. So it could be possible. I mean it depends on the story. That's
the Fear the Walking Dead out right now? Is the last season out right now?
It should be. I think it's ending this month or something like that. Let me check. But like crossover is not like a far reach. Yes, the final season just happened. It happened on May, so yeah. So it's not yet. And okay, so it's gonna end on November. The Fear the Walking Dead. So I mean, I can see like Daryl crossing over in this series, or Michonne, or some of the several characters to this series. It sort of depends on the story, what they're telling.
Yeah, definitely. I think that hey, I'll tell you, I saw a couple trailers just the last couple, I don't know, the last couple days and whatnot, like that either just randomly or because I actually did search. I do jump on YouTube every once in a while and just pop in and put in, what's left for TV series for the last of the year, just to see if there is anything, sneaking around, coming around in a week or two or whatever and whatnot worth covering. And like The Foundation season 2, the first episode came out last week. I actually wanted to cover that at first. I did. I did want to cover that. I have a free 6-month Apple TV subscription.
Really?
Yeah, from what do you call it, Verizon or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatnot. I've been saving it. But no, I have no. I already fucking. You know what? It's just sitting there now. I had to buy it. I just bought it one day because I had to get it. And I didn't want to do it quick. I freaking had Peacock too. I have a year free Peacock, and I paid for Peacock.
Oh my god.
No, but you know what? I'll tell you that let me think. I want to say that there's that John Wick spinoff.
See,
right?
That I want to see. I wish I had Alcorn. Let's see. Yeah. I love John Wick.
I wrote all. You know what? I wish I wrote all the information down, and it's in one of my other notebooks. I have different notebooks for different stuff. That's in my potential, stuff, content or whatever, whatnot, and ideas, whatever, what notebook or whatever. And I wrote down the title, the information, everything, whatnot, as something we could potentially cover.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's gonna be about It's gonna be about the hotel.
Yes, I know. I've been keeping track on that. And
when does it come
out? It's coming out in August, I think, this year. Or hold on, let me double check.
Yeah, because I won't. Honestly, now I think about it, I was going to talk to you and Cyber about that, about trying to see if we can figure out how to review that or cover that.
Yeah,
I think it seems to be. I figured you'd be all about it because you like John Wick so much.
Yeah, it's a great franchise. I love it. I'm very happy they're expanding. Here we go. Let me just check here. Okay, the Continental show. From the world of John Wick. It's going to premiere in September on the 22nd. So it's going to be at the same time when we're going to review Daryl, the show, because that's going to come out in September 10th. So I'm totally fine to review 2 shows at once. I'd be so glad to talk about Walking Dead and John Wick at the same time.
Well, I mean, the thing is too, though, you got to take into consideration. I always take the consideration of Andres is that I do like to try to be real time with the series whenever possible, right? Like the more that we start covering them and whatnot, I like to be real time. Of course, we can't have a show every week, right? At least not right now. I can't handle it. You know what I'm saying? Whatnot. At some point, like I'm gonna have to have like staff or something, or like put together a team and whatnot behind the scenes to help me with some of this stuff and whatnot, or else, like because there's only so much. Like there's a line, folks. Just to add a little content creation element, you can only produce so much and whatnot, and like deal with all the logistics and whatnot so much that at the same time handle like a structure like the shows we do, where a lot of them rely on guests and shit and whatnot. And there's a lot of work involved in that and putting collaborations together. It's not easy, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Seriously, Andres knows. Andres, I'm sure you must have thought about it before. Realized I spent a lot of time to get all the different people that have been on the bleeding edge before.
Yeah,
like, it just happened like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, also doing shows weekly. I mean, it's just not. I mean, folks, this is not the only show he's doing. We're doing the weekly TV reviews of Secret Invasion, and we're going.
I know. I'm jacked for that, man. I really am. I can't wait. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go go to the concert, and then on Wednesday I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna watch it twice. I'm gonna watch the finale twice. I'm not moderating, but I want to like really fucking have my shit like ready to rock and roll for the for the finale, and then plus or for the panel, and then plus again I like having all the notes to use because you can multitask it, folks. You can take that stuff and you can convert it into other content. Right, you can take premises and then bounce it into like short form shorts or whatever, reels, right? Or do some kind of recap. Right? Have it around for your recap shows, right? Which people seem to like, you know what I mean, and whatnot, right? We're killing it with Secret Invasion. I mean, almost all of our episode reviews are up to 10,000 views. So I mean, thank you to everybody out there. We really appreciate that. I'm sure that some of you that like are gonna watch this show when it like actually goes video form, which is of course, we're very thankful. How we get the majority of our views, typically on YouTube, unfortunately. Although it's not a unnatural or a issue dichotomy. I'd love to have more live stream people on YouTube, and hopefully I can make that happen. But I'll tell you that honestly, I'm really excited for Dune. 2 is it Dune 2? It's the second part of Dune. Coming out, I guess I think in less than 2 months, and maybe less than 3 months. I really am excited for that. We never actually reviewed Dune on here, so that's probably something that will be in the cards. I think we'll probably review Dune, the first one. We're due to do it. I'd love to watch it again, right? It'd be a good watch, and I'll tell you, on top of that, I am certainly excited for, to do Daryl Dixon and whatnot. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I think that will probably be a better series than Dead City. I do. And again, I have nothing against, I think Lauren Cohen is great. I really do. I think she was awesome on The Walking Dead. I have nothing but praise for her at all, like totally as an actress. If anything, I think that probably I'd like to see her get cast in some different stuff and like actually do well with it. Right? And like maybe, get more of a spotlight, on her career a little bit and whatnot. I do like her. That's Andres had to go, buy some crack, real quick, whatnot, so he's very quick about it.
Nope.
Andres, but no, I'll tell you, how does it feel, man? And this is something that I kicked around with Kendra. Mm-hmm. I think that after Secret Invasion, I think we should always try to do recap shows when we cover series, and when we do something like we did with Secret Invasion, where we've had basically the same team from episode to episode review. Which Andres, I've never done that before, right?
Right. Okay.
I've never done a series like that before, ever. We've always usually had more. We've always had just kind of like we've had regular guests before that would come on and would do a couple episodes during a series, and then it would be all different creators coming in collaborating from panel to panel to panel, and we'd have new blood. That's always been our theme, right? Fresh blood in the panel, baby. You know what I'm saying? Bleeding edge. Everything's got to connect, Andres. You know what I mean? New blood, baby. And that's how we would do it. We'd have people weaving in and out, right? But honestly, I think that partially due to a lack of enthusiasm from some creators to want to even do episode reviews lately, right? Or even go into the shows to do them. There's that, and then on top of that, right, I want to do something different. So we did do something different with Secret Invasion. I loved it. It's been great. And I think we should talk about it. And I mean, what's it feel like? I mean, Andres, what's your process like? Do you watch the episode and think about? Do you have moments where you think I wonder what Jeff's gonna think about this shit, or what kind of is Jeff gonna say some crazy shit at this point? Have you ever had that moment, like when you saw something in an episode, you were like, I bet Jeff was gonna say yada yada yada.
Yeah, right. I don't know. I mean, because folks know that my other channel, I started doing podcasts, and my weekly discussions were from the Phase 4 Disney Plus shows. It was very interesting. It did change over last year, where now my host and I just covered the 2 episodes together in one podcast instead of weekly, like we were doing with Secret Invasion and the MCU Bleeding Edge. It's more like how different we're going to be in our reviews of this episode, like which one is going to be the one that likes this episode compared to maybe me, who I didn't really see this episode as great as some of the
what does it feel like when you come on the show and you're on the panel and whatnot and everything, and you think certain people are gonna be on the same page with you and agree with you that in liking an episode and whatnot, and then all of a sudden they say that they don't? How does that feel?
Well, actually, I think all of us have been on the same page. No,
but it feels different every time. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Are you surprised? Are you shocked at first when it happens?
No. I mean, it's different for me because I already been doing this, so it's just. I think it just depends. If you're familiar with the material, if you're familiar with Secret Invasion, like Kendra was, and Rico is familiar with that as well.
Sure. Yeah.
So I'm not. It's been a while for me that I read the book, so I'm just going from memory. Then
it's very simple. The biggest component that's not there in this version is there's no superheroes. There's no Avengers. There's no Fantastic Four, X-Men. You know what I mean? They're not there, right?
No. I mean, it's just the scrolls.
No. And honestly, that's and the thing about it is that I'll tell you, it's what's the evolution been like for you, Andres? What's the process been? I mean, you come on the leading edge, right? You do some of these animated reviews, right? It's been what? We're going on almost 6 months.
Yeah, and 5 months or 6.
And so you come on the panel, right, on this crazy ass show that, right, you probably at first were like, oh, what the fuck is going on here with this shit? This fucking Jeff, this TrueKnowledge guy, Jeff guy is fucking nuts. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what his deal is. No, but I mean, what's it been like though? I I definitely, I've got nothing but props for you, brother. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I've got the best things you could possibly say about watching you grow, right? In a different role. You know what I mean?
Well, see, I think that's the thing. Different role. I'm not doing these things.
It shows evolution. It shows evolution, which I respect.
Yeah. So I'm a content creator, being part of another person's channel / content is totally different. I have to follow some of directions and some of the the humor that you guys you're doing, and
Hot D.
oh god, not that. Anyway, no, I'm just kidding.
No, it was fun watching the process with you and whatnot, everything, right? Because, like, I mean, you jumped in there, right, and you tried to mix it up and whatnot and everything, once you figured out kind of what the vibe was. I thought that was cool. I respect that. I do.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I mean, I guess the difference is like I don't express too much of my thoughts and opinions on the movie or the TV because it's not my show. So I have to because time. We have.
Well, technically, this is like half of the show. This show is your show.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking about the other show, not the Monday Report. Monday Report is you and I show. We can discuss over 60 or 80 minutes long because apparently everyone thinks we're the long talkers apparently.
Well, I know we should just start doing like it's 6 and 5 hour live streams all the time just to like what I'm saying, like hold it down based off of like the overextended fucking like bullshit. Yeah.
The bullshit we apparently say, which is not true.
3 hours. We went for 3 hours last week. On the whatnot. I was proud of us, man. I thought that was dope as shit that we went for 3 hours. That shit was cool. It's fun.
Yeah, it's true. Well, it was because we didn't like the episode, and I was thinking, Superman Legacy. Like we have to discuss that, the casting. Oh my god.
Yeah, no, you know what? Honestly, I mean, when it boils down to it, I've got to do more work in terms of being more preemptive, just pre-scheduling these shows and whatnot and everything, and having them out a couple of days early and whatnot makes a big difference. Just with like basically the live stream audience right from jump. You know what I mean? Whatnot, you're immediately going to have more people in your live stream audience and whatnot and everything if you preemptively schedule your show, your live. People know about it, whatnot, and then you have a decent thumbnail, right? Yeah. Not if they see that, right? At that point they might come and check it out. And I've been spotty with that, but you know what, folks, we're not all perfect, right? Like Andres, no, I'm just kidding. Like Kendra, right? No, hey, right? Like we all have lives and everything and whatnot, and shit, I'm telling you right now, if it was up to me, I wish I could be some kind of content creation machine and just like eat, sleep, and fucking shit content creation and just kill it and fucking right, like be like a Terminator machine doing it, but I'm not, right? You know what I'm saying? Whatnot, like a human being and whatnot, right? And I can only do so much, you know what I mean, and whatnot, right? And at the end of the day, all I can tell you is just that. Bottom line, we put out good content over here, right? And this is a good show because I think that down the road, once we sort of Andres and I sort of develop our rapport and whatnot and get a good feel for what we want to cover and do. The Walking Dead stuff is like a baseline for us and whatnot. It's something for us to have to go to, right? So that you folks have something, right? So that we can be diverse and bring in other people into our general audience, right? Which I then lend to Andres, right? And to Cyber and whatnot and everything, and hope that like that then rubs off, you know what I mean? Whatnot, right? And then, they feed off that, right? That's how I always see things. You know what I mean? And whatnot is that I think it does work that way. There is that trickle down. You know what I mean? It's real. And that matters to me. It should matter to you or be, anybody that like, is a host or a co-host of a show. Collaboration, Andres will tell you that, like, I don't want to cry or anything, but collaboration means a lot to me. It's like a big thing. It's very serious to me.
It's important. Because that's how it helps your channel grows and helps you be a better content creator. So it's good. Which happened this year. So just good.
Well, hey, I'm gonna drop for the finale. I'm gonna give it an 8. It was pretty solid. It was pretty solid. It was a good episode. I mean, it was probably either the second or third best episode in the series.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's for me. I guess my rating would be 8.5 out of 10. I think it's definitely the third best of the series, as you say, Jeff. It definitely delivered as a finale for like a season finale, and setting up the next season, which is good. So
yeah, no, you know what? Honestly, I'm optimistic. I like the Doma character. I do. Right. She seems interesting. I've never seen the actress before in anything before. I really haven't.
No.
I don't know who she is. I've never seen her. Here, let me see if I can find her name real quick.
Yeah, I think she's a new actress because, yeah, let me check.
Let's see. Recurring.
Okay, so Lacey. Okay, so she's in the Netflix series Ozark. That's the Jason Bateman show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so okay, she's been in like in a lot of guest appearance in all the Law and Order films, shows. She was in Jessica Jones. She was in French Damages. Uh, let's see. Yeah, so she's been working for a while. Um, yeah, she was in a couple of movies like Wolf, the 1994 movie with Jack Nicholson, Michelle Pfeiffer, James Spader. In and Out, a great comedy movie from Kevin Kline. What else? Season shows. Yeah, yeah. I mean, so she's been working. Yeah, the Dam. We haven't talked about the Dam, but I thought she was a great villain. I think she's very interesting. I'm very curious what's her thematic going to be with Negan. You know, with that threat she just did. So I'm very curious what Negan's going to do if he wants to get out of this situation. But we'll see. Um, but
We will see. That's correct. We will definitely see.
yeah. So I'm happy that it's renewed for a second season. I think they're in the right direction. The series didn't drop like Secret Invasion. Like that's the good thing about the series. The series just did not cross the line like Secret Invasion did twice. So, and then Daryl also got renewed, which does definitely give me confidence that the series will be good. But yeah, so very funny that you're pulling up this DC.
Yeah. Yeah, remember last week I played something just so we could take a little break. I'm just gonna play. I'm just gonna play a couple minutes of one of our DC animated reviews so we can both take a break, grab a drink or whatever, or go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Right. So here you go, folks. Check out Andre's the Pop Culture Guy killing it on the panel on DC Film Review, as usual. That's all he does, like a machine, baby.
Yeah.
Like a zombie, like a walker, bitch.
DC animated film Justice League Crisis on Two Earths. That's right, people. That's the next one in our line of the we have Green Lantern, we have Superman, and basically Jester ends up sacrificing himself, dealing with some really bad baddies, and he's trying.
And you know, it doesn't hurt to put the word crisis in the title of your movie either, especially if it's a DC movie. That's going to catch some eyes. Yeah, I mean, as far as what we get here at the beginning, I'm all for it. I love, just like you said, it was really interesting to watch them. Luthor's like, hey, take me to your JLA. I'm going to maybe destroy the world. He's trying to get the JLA's attention. He knows that they're there, and the best way to show them that he's not hiding anything is to just strip himself naked and sit right there behind the table. But yeah, it was pretty cool to watch. Immediately, Superman knew. He looked him over and saw that all his organs were opposite. And I've heard of the crime syndicate, and I know that's about we're going to talk about them here in a minute. But I knew that's kind of what we were getting. If you look at the front cover of this DVD. Or the front cover of the movie, you're probably going to recognize some characters there. So I've heard of them in the comics, and I've read a few comics of them in the past. So I was all excited about what are we going to be getting. But yeah, man, I like the opening. I'm on the hook.
Awesome. Excellent. Thank you, Jesse. And of course, we got to welcome our awesome panel tonight. Of course, we got Jesse Starcher on here tonight. Thank you for coming on. The pop culture guy, Mr. Andres, welcome. And then, of course, we have our newcomer, Miss Kendra. Thank you for coming on to our panel. And why don't we roll right into your thoughts on the beginning of the film, please?
Honestly, I agree with both of you a lot when it comes to the points you guys make. But for me, I think the best thing that we got to see in the beginning is the tone is set for the movie very quickly. I mean, we get to see Jester giving up his life, and it's wonderful. But it also lets you know that this is not going to be your everyday animated show. We're going to see a lot of things that are going to strike chords and be raw. And that's wonderful to see, especially if you're a fan of the series, because it wasn't something that they shied away from at all, whether it was in comic book or animated medium. So I that right there, setting the tone, seeing just how different we're going to see our normal heroes that we see in everyday life. I was there for it from that. It's always good to see the bad side of someone who's portrayed so good, or as a Boy Scout, or as, people that have been put on pillars of righteousness, to see what it would look like if they went a different pathway.
Agreed. Thank you. And what is everyone's thoughts on the beginning intro, the music? I thought it was really good. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good, strong start of like an intro into the film, doing all the voiceovers that are in this, which this film has a huge voiceover. I mean, between Billy Baldwin to Chris Noth to, a huge cast. We also had, of course, Mark Harmon, Gina Torres, James Wood. All these great actors providing the voices for these characters, which I was really, I was blown away with how big this cast was for this one. It just was really well done for that, I thought. But yeah, what is everyone's thoughts on that intro music a little bit before we move on really farther than that to you, Andreas? Sure. Jesse, Kendra, what did you think about the music at the beginning there? Did either of you enjoy it? Did you not like it? What was your thoughts?
Yeah, I definitely dug it. I can tell you that I wasn't paying much attention to the music as the credits were rolling in the background as we watched the Superman and then Ultraman kind of. They did a great. I don't know what the best way. It's just basically intro credits, the credit roll or whatever. But I thought that's what grabbed me the most. But the music obviously complemented it. So
excellent. How about you, Kendra?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably on the same page as Jesse. I wasn't really paying much attention, but going back through and seeing what all of the title tracks were made me giggle, because when they set them up, it was literally just for specific moments in the scene rather than them actually having a title. And that always makes me chuckle.
Excellent. Awesome. Thank you. All right, Andres, your thoughts on the beginning of the film and your thoughts also on the opening track.
Sure. I thought the opening was great. I mean, it introduced the concept of the multiverse very well, and by hooking you on this, premise is okay. So who's this Luthor, and what was going on with Joker, and who were the main bad guys? Seeing the variant, or the different multiverse version of Hawkgirl and Martian Manhunter, which it took me a while. I forgot that Martian Manhunter is in the opening, and later on I forgot that they mentioned how he got killed during the opening, which is funny. I thought this was a great way to hook you on the multiverse, and seeing Lex, because besides our main Justice League, this version of this alternate Lex Luthor is going to be our eyes character to this universe, because he knows everything compared to our character. So he's going to give us the details and what was going on in his universe, what's the crime scene that it is, all that. So I think this was a good way to introduce Luthor. And by the way, what I love about this movie is just the humor. I mean, the details, when Luthor arrives into the main Justice League Earth, he just acts nicely. The person in the car that he unfortunately caused a car accident twice. And he's like, should you point me your nearest police station? And that's funny. And then when he gets to there, and then the cop just like, you have to wait, and then he realized that's Luthor. That's so funny. Like they just jump and everyone got their guns, and like Luthor, this version of Luthor is just like, okay, I want to meet your Justice League. I'm doing this world domination thing. That's like so funny. I just love that. And the naked, him being naked, I thought because his suit was maybe lead. Like we know Superman cannot see through lead, and so we don't know if his suit was lead, so he had to kind of strip it. But also, he kind of stripped his suit so that he can show that he's not that version of Lex. He's not threatened. He's actually the good guy. So him stripping his armor makes sense to like confirm for Superman or whoever, Justice League, that he's not this version of Lex, which is cool. But yeah, that whole opening is like it hooks you right away with this movie, which is great. The opening credits, best one out of these movies. I actually love it. Like especially when we get into like the final parts of the credits of they like has a matching your Justice League, to the crime syndicate. That's like very cool. Like side by side, you're seeing these characters, and like that's really cool. It's up there with the Justice League New Frontier opening credits, but like in more multiverse way, which is cool. The soundtrack, I'm kind of different. I like the soundtrack. It's nothing like I don't know, like it's not as great as the Green Lantern First Flight soundtrack or the Wonder Woman or the Justice League New Frontier, but it's really good. But it's not like great for me. But overall, it's a great opening credits. I think the soundtrack is really good. It's not that bad. It's just for me, it's I don't think it's memorable as compared to other the DC animation scores that we have seen as of late. So but overall, I think this first act is really great.
Excellent. Thank you, Andres. Sir Jeff, your thoughts, sir, on the beginning portion of the film leading up to the introduction to the Syndicate, and your thoughts on that opening credit music.
I didn't mean to drop out there, folks. It's just that Tyrone Biggins hit me up personally, and he was having some trouble cooking up some crack. I had to kind of give him some tips. So, had to dip out real quick. But either way, honestly, I love the contrast of Luthor to kind of point something out that everybody else didn't mention really too heavily, make things interesting. It's really cool to see Luthor not fucking Luthor for once, like not a complete asshole that's fucking evil as fuck, right? And just wants to kill Superman constantly, no matter what. Like he'd rather be celibate and like never have sex again if he could kill Superman. That's how obsessed he is, right? You know what I'm saying? So it was really cool. Like it was like this really, like Luthor can be really fucking serious at times, like and like very articulate and like almost logical, almost Thanos-like level at times with like when he's straight, when he's not all fucked up and like either on like steroids or some shit or his kryptonite steroids or whatever, or he's all crazy. Andres.
Yeah, I'm here.
There you are. All right. Hey, sorry about that, brother.
Yeah.
My bad. I apologize. What happened when I switched? Testing. Can you hear me now?
Yep, I hear you now. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes. You hear me?
Yep.
You hear me?
Yep, I can hear
No,
you.
you can. All right. My bad, folks.
Okay. The blue is the audio. The red is mute. So, just let you know. All right. Let's.
Like this?
Yeah, you're good.
Oh, so I gotta hold the button?
Yeah, you just hold the button because the blue is the
Oh,
audio.
there you go,
then,
folks.
And then the red is the mute or like just the off. Audio.
There you
But
go.
anyway,
Thank you. How'd you know that?
well, your light. You see your light in your microphone?
Oh, I got you. Okay, all right. How
Yeah.
does my mic? How does my Audio Technica sound?
Sounds good. It sounds better. Yeah.
You like it?
Yeah.
I gotta play it a little bit, but it's nice. So, anyways, sir, Barbie. You want to talk about Barbie box office numbers, right?
And Oppenheimer box office numbers.
I haven't seen. Okay, well, I'm going to see Oppenheimer on Thursday.
Okay. I seen the movie yesterday.
Can you send me that link again?
Sure.
Thank you, sir.
No problems. Let me discuss this. So, this week was the Barbie Hummer phenomenon happening. So Friday, Barbie and Oppenheimer were releasing the same day by Warner Brothers and Universal, and everyone was kind of curious how much they're going to perform. And this year alone, these two movies have overperformed the expectations, and they have done a really great job of making money this week for the studios, which is great. So Barbie has opened very big in the spectrum of like Avengers: Infinity War, Endgame, and Star Wars: Force Awakens. Excuse me, and it's actually second biggest gross of this year behind Super Mario Brothers, the movie that came out April. And so the opening this week was so right now, Variety say it opened very huge, around 155 billion opening, and so you add that with the 182 billion like in international box office, it just recently now crossed over 337 billion worldwide, which that's crazy. It made more money this weekend over Indiana Jones, The Dial of Destiny. That's how much successful Barbie is. So comparison, and then you got Oppenheimer. A lot of analysis. I say predicted it opened maybe 50 million or 75. This outgrossed that. It opened 80 million. So it's actually so yeah, like here you go. It's actually the fourth biggest overall weekend in history. It topped the 3 weekends from the massive franchise of Avengers: Endgame, Infinity War, and Star Wars: Force Awakens. That's crazy.
No shit.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, that's crazy.
Yeah, and
Wow.
I think this movie is going to be the biggest movie ever of this year. And the budget was reasonable, 145 billion. That's good. It landed with an 8 cinema score, which is good. 90% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is great. So Barbie, it's doing really well. And then with the director Gary Garrett, she actually did something good. She scored the biggest opening weekend ever for a film directed by a woman. So she beaten out the Captain Marvel director and Wonder Woman Patty Jenkins. Stuff right there. I think I want to show people this. This is funny. So Oppenheimer, don't worry about Oppenheimer. It did very well. It opened in the second place, but with more money. That's a rare thing in box office. So it opened So added with the 93 billion globally, international, it is telling right now is 174 billion. So that's good. This will probably outgrow Dunkirk. So because it's a very Oscar kind of film, I think this film will outgrow some of the box office from Dunkirk from 2017. This is the third biggest opening for Nolan's film after the two Dark Knight films. That's insane. It beat out Inception, Interstellar, Dunkirk, and even the previous film, Tenet. So this is his third highest opening as a director after his.
What does this mean? So what does this mean then? I don't like. I mean, look, like, I mean, my son wants to go see it, right? He said he saw. I asked him if he saw the trailer. He said he saw like 20 seconds of it or something like that, right? But he actually, like, when I showed him what was available at Regal to go, we were going to go to the movies. I apologize. Last night. We were going to go to the movies, but we didn't go because we didn't know how long Oppenheimer was, and my parents, Tiffy, was sick and she needed to go to the vet early in the morning, so I wanted to make sure I was up early to take her. Right?
Oh,
yeah. So we decided not to go. Either way, bottom line, on Thursday we're going to go out for dinner and we're going to go to the movie. But he even knows at 13 somehow that it's a good movie. Like, I even word of mouth at his age, right?
Yeah.
You feel me?
Well,
you know what I'm saying, like, just to kind of try to, you get what I'm saying. I think it's interesting. I'll tell you, Andres. There you go. I like that. We're like, you're not even on the screen. No, I'm just kidding. No, but seriously, something that we haven't really had a chance to really do a lot since we've recorded together and whatnot and everything is that at one point we actually did have quite a few. Those of you that follow us for a long time, we had quite a few like young 20-year-old kids that would come on the show, right? I mean, besides the MCU girl and Nate the Great, you met them, and we wish you the best, Sally. Folks, Sally MCU girls is another sadly another creator guest. I had to just kind of let go, you know what I mean, and whatnot, just because I couldn't handle her unprofessionality, right? And I'm saying, I can't allow my friendships to extend to the to the point where it's detrimental to the content at the end of the day. And at the same time too, I don't want to have my relationships damaged with other creators because of people that I give second and third and fourth and fifth chances to. You know what I'm talking about, Andres. You know what I'm saying? Whatnot, right? You want to be buddies with everybody and whatnot in this game, but at the end of the day, once it gets to a certain point, right? You'll find out, Andres, when you hit over that 1,000 subscriber mark, which is going to happen, baby. I'm telling you, folks, because you know what? I'm going to be running my ads this week. I got them gift cards, yo. I got stacks of them bitches. What's up?
Yeah, that's on.
That's right. They're deep. I got a deep stack. You know what I'm saying? And I got all kinds of cyber thoughts. I got some cool shit to throw together and whatnot. Some cool raffle type shit. Raffle, answers to question type shit having to do with Andres and having to do with cyber to get them to 1,000 by the end of the damn year. What's up?
Yeah.
True knowledge. Throwing the cash down.
Well, anyway, yes, for us, please, you can get those wonderful gifts that just Jeff will show you, the Amazon gift card. So
that's right.
Yeah. So
there's a little bag of crack in there too in the back, right? One hit.
Yeah, if people saw that anyway in their imagination.
It's in the back. You just gotta,
Yeah. But yeah, speaking of crack or explosions, huh? See what I did there? With Oppenheimer,
wow.
Yeah. So, yeah, first off, you can't see the Dark Knight films. Ever since the Dark Knight, I think Nolan is the prestige, director everyone knows. He's his own brand, like MCU Bleeding Edge to compare it. He has his own brand name. You hear Christopher Nolan is okay, this is going to be a big event. And this was a big event for Oppenheimer and Barbie. And I don't know, you seen the memes, Jeff? I don't know, you seen the shirts, the memes called the Barbie Hammer event. it was just crazy.
I've gotten a couple different memes from like Kendra from Cyber and whatnot, and everything having to do with Barbie and I didn't. I kind of half paid attention to him and whatnot, and everything. You know what I'm saying and whatnot. But like, I'm not going to see Barbie. I'm telling you right now. I'm sorry, but I'm not doing it. It's not happening. Like, I'm sorry, but like, there's too many good movies in the theater right now for me to waste my money on that shit. Right?
Actually,
yeah.
Actually, I'm going to see it because I like this director. I heard it great reviews. So I'm gonna check. I want to see it because now, because of this, it's just like, oh my god, I need to see this because I already seen Oppenheimer and it's great. Anyway, so I mean, I understand why, Jeff.
I organize 3 meetup groups, and only one of them is active, and I've only had one event on it, right? And the one event I had was a throwback movie night. We went to see the third part of the Lord of the Rings trilogy, Return of the King.
I remember.
It's 20th anniversary, right? You remember?
Yeah, I remember.
And I'm thinking about having another event for the 50th anniversary of Enter the Dragon, right?
Ooh.
Bruce Lee, right?
Yeah,
and they always have late too, which I like. The Regal over here by me, they always have like the throwback films. They always have them late.
Yeah. My theater, Cinemark or MC, like the fandom events, they always throw the like old showings, big event, big anniversary films for all these older films. I need to try to do that one day. We'll see. No, I understand where you're coming from. Yeah,
I'm just impressed by my thumbnail, man. I picked a great shot from the teaser trailer and whatnot for that. But I mean, seriously, it's right there when Negan grabs Maggie. Look at that shot, dude. And you get both her face, you could see her face and everything and whatnot. That was not easy to take, man. I screenshotted that bitch.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, it was a good scene. It was a good fight scene. I think it was good.
It was. Hey, I'm proud of myself, brother. I'm sorry, I can't help myself.
Yeah. So just to wrap things up, I did see the film Oppenheimer, just like a non-spoiler film.
Oh,
it's a great film. It's one of the best Nolan films ever.
This came out. Well, why don't you wait and we'll talk about it over the weekend or something, or we'll do a review or something or whatever.
Yeah, no. A non-spoiler review is very quick and very fast. Here, I say it's one of the greatest Nolan films of all time. It's the best since Inception. Highly recommended. Seeing the big screen, it's really good.
I'm going to see that on Thursday. I'm going.
Yeah, please do, because it's really, really great. Cillian Murphy he's like a great actor. He's the one that plays Scarecrow in the Dark Knight trilogy. 28 Days Later.
I wish one of his Peaky Blinders is one of the series. I wish we would have went back. If I could go back in time, I wish we would have reviewed it. I do.
It's Netflix.
What's that?
Yeah. It's in Netflix.
No, he's the lead on that too, right? And you know what? I'll tell you another one too. That I think was on Netflix, or Stars maybe. What was the start on? What was the one with Eva Green? And that really the one where it had all the old school monsters. It had Frankenstein. It had the Wolfman.
It was I know who you're talking about. Hold on. That's a weird name. Hold on.
That was a great series, man. I never watched the last season, but it was fucking good. That was a good series. I love
Penny
that.
Dreadful.
Penny Dreadful. Yeah, is that her name? Eva Green.
Yeah, she's in the show. I know you're talking.
She's goddamn gorgeous, dude.
Yeah, she's in the. She played one of the Bond girls in
Casino Royale. Yeah,
I know you're talking.
And she looked fine as fuck in that motherfucker too.
Yeah. So. Yeah,
that's a dope show though. Penny Dreadful. That's deep. It's a deep show, man. Right? Like it's on that list, man. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you what, folks. It's interesting, how I've come to the realization by talking to Andres and Cyber and whatnot and everything that in the private chat and on the show that as we expand our audience and try to broaden out our content as far out as possible to where as many people as possible can know what we do. You know what I mean? And whatnot. That's not the huge, all of it, but that's what we're trying to do, right? Is just try to make sure that we're on every platform we possibly can. And we're making that happen. But either way, at that point we have to make more content at some point. There's no way around it. It could be coming soon. Like that's why I started the Monday show. Like, you know, and that's why I've taken Sunday shows off, right? Because I know that I have to produce more content. And I'm not ready to build a network yet, man. So that's a big commitment. But I'll tell you right now, the whole concept of reviewing old TV shows now, it seems really fun, man. It seems interesting. You know, it's something that I've always poo-pooed with Cyber. Remember we talked about doing it. I was like, you know what, man? It's not fresh. Who's gonna really want to see it? You know what I'm saying? Whatnot, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, it's kind of niche. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
I mean, you guys talked about it last week.
Nah, but I guess it depends how you present it, right?
Yeah. Well, it really depends on the show. If it has a big following, it could work.
Because of the show? No, you're right. Because at the end of the day, like I'm a '90s guy, right? You're more of an '80s guy, right?
I mean, I was born in 1996, so.
Okay, all right. So you're a '90s guy then.
Yeah.
So
mid '90s, 20s.
Yeah. So and you know we talked about it before. I told you, remember that I've wanted to do another show where we just did the '90s stuff. Like that's all we ever did.
Yeah.
That the whole show would be just like every week it'd be a different concept. You know, we do ranking shows. You know what I'm saying? Whatnot, right? We'd like talk about different TV. We just talk about TV series from the '90s. We just have like a whole show where we talk about Law and Order SVU for 3 hours, right? You know what I mean? Whatnot, just bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That'd be fun as hell, man.
I mean, can you call SVU a '90s show? I mean, it premiered in 1990 through now.
You're right. It did. But no, Andres, I'm telling you, I told you I had that experience where I guested on that show blindly one time because I'm that motherfucker. Where if somebody just throws a link out and is like, "Hey, you want to come on my show for tonight, whatever this?" I don't give a fuck. I'll jump on there. Why not? I don't need to know nobody, right?
Yeah.
As long as I dig the topic and whatnot and everything, I'll jam, right? I'll get in there and grind. I don't give a fuck. And I'm me too. I'm me too. I don't play around, folks. Like what you see is what you get with me. I might tone it down a little bit and whatnot to be respectful, but like I'm always dropping hammers and shit left and right. I ain't playing. But no, you know. But at the same time, though, I'll tell you, it was just I went on this freaking podcast, man. It was awesome. I didn't know anybody, but the whole theme was just it was a '90s thing where we all had to pick like our top 3 TV series that were either like animated or like non-serious. You know what I'm saying? Whatnot, right? Like comical or like whatever. And then the 3 that were like the most like that were the best like drama, like serious dramatic TV series, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And like. It was fun, man. I was like, I think the moderator and like the whole panel all ranked. There were 5 of us, and I had a blast. Does that sound like fun?
Yeah, I think that could work. I mean, I got 3 big '90s one. I like Seinfeld, the Batman.
We talked about Seinfeld like for like freaking 40 minutes. Like it came up popping up throughout the whole show. We talked about Seinfeld.
Yeah, it's a really good show. Wait. Hey, we got the Monday report. We can do it here. So
I tried to make my list as contrasting as possible. Like all my picks, I wanted to be obscure. I didn't want to pick anything that would be on everybody else's list, right? You know what I'm saying? Like I wanted to make it, you know what I mean? Like so of course I didn't pick like Seinfeld, right? Or The Sopranos. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I picked something I thought that would be like nobody else would have. But I was surprised with people that did have that shit.
No, well, it's tough. Well, I mean, everyone has. I mean, now availability with these shows is easy to get.
The original Law and Order, man, fucking that shit. That's a classic.
No, I mean, it gets reruns so many times. So
it's good. It's a good show. It's a good show. It really is. And honestly, The Simpsons is pretty decent. And that was one that was higher up. And then, of course, dude, you got freaking Married with Children, bro. Oh my God. Come on now.
God.
Right? In Living Color.
Yeah, Living Color, that was great. Oh God. Jim Carrey was fun in that show.
The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Seen that as a kid.
Blossom.
Oh, Blossom. Oh my
Remember?
God.
My So-Called Life.
See, that I heard. It's crazy that's one season and like a lot of the cast got famous. Like
I know, isn't that crazy? And I loved it. I did. I loved it. Every time they would play it, they would like play the whole season on MTV for the weekend. I would binge it.
Yeah. Dawson's Creek. Let's not forget about that show.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I was a big Dawson's Creek fan.
Yeah,
In
it's
high
a good
school.
show. Yeah,
The first season was my freshman year of high school.
Good. I mean, hey, it's created by the screen writer Kevin Williams, so yeah, it's good.
Well, hey, listen, Andres, what do you think, man? We got the finale, Secret Invasion, on Wednesday. We got Back to the Future on Friday, dude. Holy fuck, I've not watched that shit in like 23 or 24 years.
Oh my god, I've seen that movie so many times. Like, I'm very shocked you haven't seen it. Rewatch it.
Have you figured it out by now? I like honestly, man. Even before I got hurt and everything, whatnot, I didn't watch a lot of movies. You know what I'm saying? I just never really did. I just worked, man. I worked. I took care of my kids. And I used to read a lot. I used to be one of those voracious readers, right? Where like if you went to the barbecue or the party, whatever, whatnot, I would socialize and talk and like acknowledge people, but I would always be buried in a book, and I would always bring like not one newspaper, but like two, wherever I went, right? Yeah, man. Seriously, dude, I was a copious reader. Like that's all I used to be.
Yeah, I think same here. I always bring like a book or two, just in case we don't watch TV, and my friends hang out or something like that. Right?
I'm actually trying audiobooks for the first time.
How was that? How's that?
Yeah, I mean, it's something different, you know what I mean, and whatnot, right? Like sometimes I hit walls with books, you know what I mean, and whatnot, right? And I feel like maybe the audiobooks might help me be able to move past those kind of walls, you know what I mean, and whatnot, so I can finish them, you know what I mean, and whatnot, you know, or you get what I'm saying. And the plus, also, I think it would probably help me have like a more peaceful time to go to bed at night and whatnot, since I have a hard time sometimes, folks, like sleeping at night. Rather than the TV being on.
Yeah, makes sense.
Right? You gotta watch out with all that blue light, man.
Yeah. Well, I have like LD lenses in this glasses.
Oh, okay. Did you get that? Did you get that when you were in the Time Cop film?
No.
Did John Claude give those to you?
I just got it recently, 2 years ago. So yeah, pretty good.
I'm telling you, dude. Wait until I put out. I've got some promo clips of like some of like your best moments and shit and whatnot, like some of your best clips and shit. And wait till I drop that shit, man. It's gonna be dope. You're gonna love it.
Do it at the end of the year. That'll be great. End of 2023, the best moments of Andre's year. And she did
Andres
that.
Knows. But Andres knows. I literally, like, no joke, folks. I'm not trying to like brag or whatever, whatnot. But I literally have like 8 different cell phones. You know what I'm saying? So like,
you show me. I mean, he showed that and Cyber.
No, or I like it, and I'm sorry if I have a little bit of a drag here and whatnot and everything and all that. I haven't live streamed out here in a long time. This is my secondary studio area that I'm trying to put together, folks. And I'm getting there, right? It's just that unfortunately, my Xfinity Comcast Wi-Fi is just not strong enough, I think, to like, then boost off the Asus Wi-Fi sender I have. You have to have good enough Wi-Fi to then be able to extend it, right? If it's not strong enough. And that's why I think I have a little bit of a lag. It's because of my download upload speeds are just too low.
Yeah.
Right. But at the same time, though, I'm not unstable, so that's good. Plus, this is an old Logi, Andres. This is my C922, man.
Oh my god.
I've had this thing for like 3.5 years.
That's pretty good to hear.
Yeah. Hey, Logitechs are supposed to make they're built to last, man.
Okay, that's interesting.
Well, what do you think, man? Well, are you excited about the finale, Secret Invasion? Are you jacked or what? Are you pumped?
No, I think my expression here now is like no. Yeah. Well, 2 more days. Let's see, because I'm excited that the series is ending. I think that's my emotions right now. Yeah, I'm kind of curious. I think I'm more excited to see Back to the Future than episode 6.
Hey, just being honest. There's nothing wrong with that. You're just being honest, right?
Yeah,
me personally, what I'm wondering is what do you want to do next Monday? Do you actually want to cover that episode 7 and break that down?
Yes, episode 7. Is that like
the whole like director's deal, whatever, whatnot, and everything, and I'll play some of the clips.
I'll
cut.
I think we could do that.
Maybe kind of do like half the show with that, and then the rest of it we could do. whatever's MCU, DCU, that rumors, news that's popping.
Yeah, I think we can do that. And well, if you've seen Oppenheimer on Thursday, you and I can discuss it briefly towards the end of the show.
We can finally do one of those, like you said, one of those, what is it? No non-spoiler reviews or whatever.
Yeah, or just a spoiler free because you and I seen it, and people if you see it, I just suggest you.
That's true. Yeah, you know what? Hey, honestly, I've thought about that. I think we talked about it before that. Like we always could just review movies on here once in a while just to change things up.
Yeah.
Why not? You know what I mean? We all like doing it, right? So we have a big list. You know what I mean? Whatnot, right? Help us get through it if we actually did it on one night. Yeah. But that's the cool thing about the Bleeding Edge Report, folks, is that I think at the end of the day that me and Andre are going to keep it interesting. We got the Daredevil Distance series to look forward to, right? Yeah. And like the fun part is what we fill it in between now and like then, right? Because we can just have fun now and we can basically just play around.
Exactly.
And there's lots of shit going on. I know you love covering fucking current like MCU news and rumors and DC rumors and like pop culture shit and whatnot. That's your shit.
Yeah. And we can bring up box office here and there, if it's
you know what? Yeah,
so.
I do. I like to do more Google. I like to actually in bring in some Google slides and whatnot and everything, possibly whatnot for some more shows, and actually start with like maybe like we talked about before. When we do some of these episode reviews, maybe do some recap shows where instead of like doing like your basic recap, we break it down more and talk about like the actual cinematography and like the directing, right? You know what I mean? And whatnot, the crew, right? You know what I mean? And whatnot, like how well was the film shot, or how what you know what I mean? Like how well did did they produce this series? You know what I mean? And whatnot, right? Like how was the writing, right?
Yeah.
Like that type of recap. You know what I mean? Like
I think we can do that.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think unfortunately, I think at times that I neglect to head in that direction when like it should be talked about and paid homage.
Yeah, I agree. It's a good learning of like how people do things and how they operate. And it's very interesting. I always like those.
Yeah, man. I'm going to take some college classes this year coming up and whatnot, everything. I'm going to take psychology and I'm going to take film study and whatnot, and everything, just to improve my moderation and whatnot, and improve my me on like how I do on the panel and whatnot, and try to learn new go and right.
Okay, all right. Well, hey, I mean, medium studies is really good. I did it once.
Well, I already do psychology. You did psychology too. I'm sorry.
Oh God, I did psychology once. It was pretty interesting.
I like psychology. I do. I'm a big fan of Jordan Peterson. So like oh God, folks, I slipped up and actually talked about something like that on the show. Yeah, I like Jordan Peterson too. He's a good guy. I think I like his books. But hey, man, listen, let's get out of here, dude. Let's recuperate. Let's rest and recuperate. We got a lot. We got big shows. We got Back to the Future, right? We got massage parlor appointments to go to, whatnot, everything. You know what I'm saying?
No. See, I have a job interview tomorrow, so
hey,
I think that'll be busy.
Congratulations, brother. Listen, I hope you kill it. I'm sure you will.
Thank you. This is, if anyone wants to know, this is the second interview I had this week. I had one last Thursday. It was good, so hopefully this works.
Wow, I look like a complete fucking douchebag. Like on my green screen and whatnot, my setup and whatnot, and everything. I look like literally, I look stupid. I'm looking at myself and whatnot. I'm laughing at myself. It's all right though, folks. True knowledge is the mind, not looking his best. You're
fine.
I got my makeup on for you, Andres. I'm sorry, brother. Anyways, man, listen, it was good to see you, man. Hey, we killed it, bro. Episode 6, man. MCU'S Bleeding Edge Report, baby. What's up?
8, 7.
Keep watching us. Keep liking this shit, whatnot, everything. And listen, let's just fuck our plugs, man. We'll plug on Wednesday. We'll plug on Friday.
Yeah.
Right?
Everyone knows where we're at. Yeah.
Yeah, folks. Look, at the end of the day, the MCU'S Bleeding Edge is dope as shit, right? If you look, I'm not gonna tell you to subscribe. I never do. Ring the bell, right? You know what I'm saying? If you come in here, you catch us like real quick or whatever, whatnot, or you see a short, ring that fucking bell, man, and see when we're live, and just check us out and see how we grind. Then you can decide if you want to subscribe or not, right? At that point, it's on you. and me and Andres to not fuck up and actually make sure that you do subscribe, right? And I'll suck your dick too if you do. No, I'm just kidding. I just joking, folks. I don't mean that. I don't really know what happened.
Jeff will do it, not me.
That was obviously technical issues, right? Obviously technical issues. Anyways, folks, listen, for Andre's Pop Culture Guy, Cybernetic Shark, for the MCU'S Bleeding Edge, we'll see you on Wednesday. Come see us cover the finale of Secret Invasion, please. 9:35 p.m. Eastern, 6:35 p.m. Pacific. You know where to find us. We're on everything. We love you. God bless you. Be safe. And peace. We'll see you next time.
やめろやめろどうだな助けに来た男に殺される気分は
Said, excuse me, but you don't understand where I'm at. I was all around the world, on span, cross the map. I've been laying low and now it's time to pop up, bitch, I'm back. Now I'ma run it up. Snooze